Yeah, Faisal. Welcome to your essay correction. My name's Andrew, and I work here at IELTSpodcast.com with Ben and the others. What we tend to do in these single corrections is have a read through your essay and offer some guidance and, I suppose, some suggestions according to the mark scheme to improve. Now, you must understand that in order to improve things like grammar and style and fluency, it takes repetition and time. So if you would like to continue receiving support from us, do follow the links in the email. But until then, let's have a quick read through and see if we can get you started. First of all, I would say that it's not only is it the modern era has witnessed, but you don't need to capitalise modern era. This is just standard. So the modern era has witnessed a dramatic progression of international marketing. Some believe that it is deteriorating the local markets of some countries, whereas others are of the opinion that it is vital and purely advantageous. I would put another comma here, just because it gets a bit long. In my opinion, I completely agree that global marketing is of immense value. It's in regard to either in regard to education. Regards are when we send our regards when we're trying to say hello, and at the end of an email we may sign off with kind regards, and that means essentially, pleasantries. But when we're talking about in regards to something, it's just in regard to education, creativity, language, and culture, and you don't need this one here. This essay will discuss various positive aspects of global marketing. This feels truncated because it's only one clause, so either expand it with another clause or delete it entirely. Because these, although most people write this sort of stuff, I will discuss this, I will consider that, it's completely unnecessary and it should only be used if you are below the word count. So firstly, or primarily, the education system, I would delete this because the education system is a collocation that is widely employed in the UK. So the education system has enjoyed a huge promotion by international marketing. For instance, an Oxford University research. So I'd say an Oxford University research project or paper stated that the ratio of the number of doctors from countries with only local marketing systems. See, now this is a bit broken. I'm not quite sure what it refers to, because you've mentioned that the education system has been promoted by international marketing. But I would go in with something a little bit more specific to the question. So is the marketing of educational products going to be intrusive? I'm not sure. I would say it's better to talk about the marketing of cultural products, because cultural erosion is something that is a big concern at the moment from international marketing. So, your point being that international marketing has advanced literacy, this needs to be more clear. I wouldn't use this example in the second sentence. I would use a general introductory topic sentence to suggest that, because your argument is for marketing, so you're going to have two positive paragraphs. So the first paragraph, primarily, international marketing is of great value to the education system. So then you want to expand into that idea a little bit more. International marketing pushes educational limits, you could say. For instance, an Oxford University research programme stated that the ratio of the number of doctors from countries with only local... See, I think the problem here is that when you give an example from a research study, you're talking about something that might be 40 pages long. So if you've read it, you would be expected to be able to summarize it well. And the fact that it's broken suggests to me that this is a made-up study, because as well, I don't believe that the introduction of an international marketing system benefits the education of doctors, and I don't think it's an appropriate example. I think you need to be a bit more general and try not to make up research studies, because it will not win you points. IELTS examiners can see it a mile off, and it doesn't kid anybody. So let's move on to the next paragraph. Secondly, intentional selling has led to influence over. So you have influence over things. It's led to influence over not only human creativity, but also cultural norms and values, I think that's supposed to say. For instance, the BBC News reported that... See, I'm struggling with your examples. Give me one sec. So you're saying that diversity, cultural diversity and advanced development of Dubai are directly correlated with the fact that it is a giant international marketing hub. So that, statistically speaking, is impossible. So this is the problem with making up research projects, is that you are frequently stating the impossible, which is directly against what an academic essay is for, which is to state what you believe to be true. It is to explain your point of view and say, I believe this because this. We're always talking about real-world examples that we have seen or read, because academic thought is to take what has already been thought and add to it just a little bit, because we must maintain credibility. We must demonstrate that we have done our research. It's the very foundation of academic writing. So to make up research studies, in my opinion, is counter to trying to pass IELTS. So in conclusion, I would put I believe. We don't want to say I tend to believe, because I tend to believe means that sometimes you don't. And an inconsistent belief has no place in any writing whatsoever. So I believe, be certain, be confident. I believe that international marketing has blessed the present world with improved economical education systems. This word can be removed, and that can be removed. Creative communities, cultural diversity, and language promotion. In future, global trade is expected to give birth to more strong international unity. See, this is an idea you would be expected to expand. And also, global trade cannot give birth. Try to stay away from metaphors in academic essays. They're not welcome. We want to... I know it sounds boring, and it kind of is, but academic writing is only about spitting truth. There is no... We don't want to try to be too persuasive, because that's a sales technique. We are just trying to tell the truth. We're trying our best to give our opinion on a subject in the most scientific way possible. And that's the whole point. But overall, you structure your essays well. You keep your paragraphs concise. So you're already halfway there. What you need to do is improve the flow of your sentences, and I suppose use some examples from your life that you can call back to. Even if it's just something you have seen, it is better than nothing at all. But if you would like some further help on improving grammar and the finer points of essay writing, obviously, like I said, that takes repetition. You may follow the links in this email to arrive at our sentence guide course, which comes with essentially 8 essay corrections. Ben has just informed me as well that if you sign up to the sentence guide program today or in the next 24 hours, you'll be upgraded to the speaking part of the course for absolutely nothing at all. So I do hope to see you again soon, Faisal. Well done for getting this into us, and have a nice day, I suppose. Bye bye now.